Damn, Kyle, you going off.
Hold on.
You need to leave.
Bruh.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Cam back with a YouTube video, and today we're gonna be checking out Joe Rogan is shocked to learn about Thomas Sowell's wisdom. You know what I'm saying? I recently just stumbled upon Thomas Sowell, and I was shocked as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna find out what made him shocked. You know what I'm saying? Before the video starts, make sure you guys smash the like button right now and subscribe if you're new. Cause post it every single day, man. And comment down below what else I should check out by Thomas Sowell. I don't really watch Joe Rogan. I do know he has one of the biggest podcasts out there, or biggest podcaster. I don't know how they say it. I want to start a podcast one day. It looks fun, bro. I don't know why. Like, it looks so much fun. Like, sitting there talking and people actually listening to you. Like, that's lit. But yeah, man. Before the video starts, make sure you guys smash the like button. Let's get right into this video, man. Let's see how was Joe Rogan shocked. Are we good?
So, do you know Thomas Sowell?
I know that name. Why do I know that name?
Thomas Sowell is a big, famous conservative. He's at Stanford. He's at the Hoover Institute, I think. Anyway, so, you know, within this, I mean, first, just to set all of this up, we should set up briefly, how does culture work, right? And the way culture works is that it, like genetic evolution, it works based on blind copying. So what ends up happening is that you are in awe of people, right? You look up to people, and so you blindly copy.
Like in the where black culture comes from, right? That video we watched together. If you didn't check that out, go ahead and check it out. Right?
Things they do.
Or am I tripping?
And specifically, you start by blindly copying from the outside, and then you work in. Thomas Sowell is a black guy, right?
Okay.
And Thomas Sowell has for years and years and years been trying to fight racism. But he's been trying to fight racism by having a conversation about culture, right? And the fact that there are essentially two different sort of, you know, we're speaking broadly here, right? But this is for the purposes of communication. We're going to tell a simple story to start off with, right? So broadly speaking, he puts two different cultures of people with dark skin next to each other. And one culture is these people from the West Indies, and one culture is this group of people who grew up in the South with slavery and all that sort of stuff. Now, what one group, the West Indies group, does really well. So a lot of the successful black people like Colin Powell, are originally from that cultural heritage. The other group is the group that you find in ghettos and African-American communities and all of that sort of stuff. They don't do well, right? They don't get good education. They, you know, shoot each other. There are all these sorts of things. And the reason why Sowell has been telling this story is because he's been trying to say, you know, when liberals look at the people in ghettos, they say, racism. That's why they're not succeeding. And Sowell is saying, no, it's not. Because if you look at this group from the West Indies, they also came from the experience of slavery. There was slavery in the West Indies. They are also black, so they also face racism, and yet they do well. So it has to be something else. And that other thing is the fact that these black people who are in the South, there's always been a big question, were black people robbed of their culture, or did they preserve their authentic African culture? And what Sowell is saying is that they were robbed of their culture, and so they picked up the culture of the people around them, and the people around them were rednecks. And if you look at the white redneck culture and the black redneck culture, they have a lot of same values. They don't particularly respect education. They love Jesus. They use violence in their conflicts, and they, you know, there's just, you know, a lot of the same values and a lot of the same outcomes. And even Ebonics, which is, you know, Black English, is actually all from the west of England. So it's actually this...
What?
It's from the west of England. So, for example, if you go to places like Cornwall, there used to be this amazing... these amazing ads on British TV, right, for this this Devon custard or whatever, and they would always say, Devon knows how they make it so creamy, and they all talk like this, right? And so it doesn't sound like Black English, but they do say things like, I be doing that, and we be doing this, and you be doing that, and they be doing that. And so there's that use of that copula be, right, where instead of saying I am, you are, he is, she is, they are, they just say I be, you be, we be, they be, which is the classic feature of Black English, African-American vernacular English. Right. Now,
Jordan, that's what Joe Rogan, his mind blew right there. But that's kind
You
man,
are
that's kind of crazy. So Tom, like he's saying we were robbed. Like that's really making me want like sit here and think about that. Like, what would we be like? I guess I'm really thinking about. I'm like, what would be different if we didn't get it robbed from us? You know what I'm saying? Like, would we say I be, she be? Like, would we say that? Like, I don't know, man.
She is, they are.
Yeah, like
They just say I be, you be, we be, they be, which is the
yeah, like would we continue to do that, or like I don't know if it wasn't stolen from us.
classic feature of Black English, African American vernacular English. Right now,
Oh man.
the point is that
Mind blower.
mind blower. Now, let's imagine that. How do you think that Thomas Sowell has been received by liberal America? Not well.
Not well.
Not well. And so, for example, Sowell has a book called Black Rednecks, White Liberals. Okay.
Oh yeah, he talk. Who is this dude? You know a lot about Thomas, man. That's crazy. Is he like a supporter?
His whole point is that, you know, if you actually, and, you know, again, like Sowell is, you know, he researches the shit out of this stuff. He really does his work. Now, if you look at the experience of African Americans after slavery, they start to make real progress. Right? And a large part of the reason why they make progress is because you start to get a lot of people from New England, either, you know, black people from New England or white people from New England, who come down and sort of reshape the culture. They create these schools and they're teaching those New England values, right? It's those Puritan values of hard work, tenacity, all of that sort of stuff. And so there's all this progress. And you have people like Booker T. Washington. And Booker T. Washington was an actual slave. And then after he got his freedom, he got to go work in a salt mine, which is literally the worst job ever. Mm-hmm. And in Booker T. Washington's Up From Slavery, he tells this great story about seeing a schoolhouse, right? And that, you know, he thought that going into a schoolhouse was about as close to heaven on earth as you could get.
Whoa.
Like, this is a dude who wanted an education.
Oh my gosh. Run that back. Hold on, what?
You know, he thought that going into a schoolhouse was about as close to heaven on earth as you could get.
Whoa.
So school was, oh wow. So he like loved learning.
This is a dude who wanted an education really, really badly.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of what you find in the, you know, early black experience in
That's
you know,
kind of crazy.
the post-slavery period. And in fact, you know, blacks, you know, before sort of World War II actually had higher rates of marriage than whites. All of these sorts of things that, you know, are now supposedly a problem. And then there's this turnaround, right? The black experience starts to go south, right? It starts to get worse.
And what year is this around?
This is post-World War II, right? So,
So post-slavery, black people experience a rebounding.
They're starting to make some progress. There's
making
ambition.
progress.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, if in terms of books to read, like, you know, just because a large part of what I'm trying to do in general is really let's move to the place of all people are created equal. Like, let's remove all these stupid distinctions, right, and really live that principle. And the problem is that in order to really live that principle, you need a new narrative that beats slavery. So, you know, it's not, if you go and talk to racists, you can't just say racism is bad. Like, that doesn't destroy racism, right? What destroys racism is when you make sense of the things that they know, right? They see, you know, people who are violent in the ghettos, or they see crime, or they see a lack of education, or they see that Africa is poor. And you're able to tell a better story that makes sense of the things that they know, but also comes out with the conclusion, oh, we actually all have the same potential.
Oh wow. Oh wow. That's kind of, man. Wow. Yeah, Joe Rogan should have Thomas Sowell, bruh. I don't watch Joe Rogan at all, but he should have Thomas Sowell on the freaking podcast. I'll watch that. But yeah, man, that's the end of the video, bro. If you enjoyed, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below how you felt about this video. I want to read some comments. What this dude said? Nobody is equal to anybody. Even the same man is not equal to himself on different days. My gosh. Mr. Sowell, we're going to end it right there. We're going to end it right there, bro. That's the end of the video, bro. If you enjoyed, a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below how you felt about this video. And I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.